There's something about the great outdoors that can be unsettling, especially when the sun dips below the horizon and the only sound is the crackling of the campfire. Tonight, I want to take you on a journey with me to a place where the silence is deafening and the whispers will send chills down your spine. We're going back to a time when a group of friends, all seasoned campers, decided to venture into the woods for a weekend of fun and adventure. They were all excited to get away from the hustle and bustle of city life, to disconnect from the world and reconnect with nature. But little did they know, they were not alone. As they arrived at the campsite, they couldn't shake off the feeling that they were being watched. At first, they dismissed it as mere paranoia, but as the hours ticked by, the feeling only intensified. They tried to brush it off as the usual creaks and groans of the forest, but deep down, they knew something was off. The group consisted of 5 friends: Alex, the thrill seeker; Emma, the nature lover; Jack, the skeptic; Rachel, the believer; and Michael, the joked-out comedian. They had all been friends since college and had shared many camping trips together, but this one would be different. This one would change them forever. As the sun began to set, they gathered around the campfire, roasting marshmallows and swapping scary stories. The atmosphere was lively, but there was an underlying sense of unease. Emma couldn't shake off the feeling that someone was lurking just beyond the tree-line, watching them. Rachel was convinced that they were not alone, that there was a presence lurking in the shadows. Michael, ever the jokester, tried to lighten the mood, but even he couldn't hide the fear that was creeping in. As night fell, the group decided to retire to their tents, exhausted from the long day of hiking and setting up camp. But as they drifted off to sleep, they were unaware of the terror that awaited them. The whispers started as a gentle rustling in the leaves, a soft murmuring that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at the same time. At first, they dismissed it as the wind, but as the whispers grew louder, they knew it was something more. The words were indistinguishable, but the tone was unmistakable, menacing, sinister, and terrifying. The group tried to convince themselves that it was just their imagination, but deep down, they knew they were being stalked. As the night wore on, the whispers grew louder, more urgent. The group was paralyzed with fear, unable to move or speak. They were trapped in their tents, listening to the whispers that seemed to be closing in on them. It was then that they realized they had to get out of there, to escape the clutches of whatever was haunting them. They scrambled to their feet, grabbed their belongings, and made a desperate dash for the car. The whispers grew louder, more intense, as they stumbled through the darkness, tripping over roots and crashing through branches. In the end, they managed to escape, but not without scars. The experience left them shaken, changed them in ways they could never imagine. They never spoke of that night again, but the memories lingered, haunting them for years to come. As I reflect on this chilling tale, I'm left with a sense of unease, a reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones that lurk in the shadows, waiting to pounce. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a scary camping story to share? Please leave it in the comments below, and if you're new here, consider subscribing for more scary storytelling videos. Thanks for joining me on this journey, and until next time, good night.